Hi, my name is Laria, and it's a book review of Emma by Jane Austen. So, small preview and history of what's going on. There are two book hauls on my channel. First one called Restarting TBR or Bookshelf. I don't remember how it called it. And second, I booked 13 books on a book by and band. So you can check that. I will link it somewhere here. So I moved to Slovakia 3 months ago. It wasn't expected. It was circumstances, and I had no books with myself. And at the beginning, I was really conscious about spending money because it was first time living alone. I didn't know really have a job at all, so I was really worried. And when I went find bookshop which was selling English books, by the way, it's Slovakia, most bookshops are in Slovak here. However, most bookshops have English section, but that shop was fully English and some other languages. I don't know how it's relevant, but whatever. And this book cost €241, so one of the cheapest. And why I chose it? Actually, I was avoiding Jane Austen for a while for two reasons. First of all, the way. 3 reasons. The way it was. No, it's actually 2. The way it was described, I heard people talking about, it wasn't really exciting. It felt people imagining troubles for themselves for absolutely no reasons, quite boring, and absolutely irrelevant, maybe a little bit outdated in terms of morals and so on. Plus, I saw some, not movies, but snippets of movies, people talking about movies on YouTube and so on, and they're all pastels, everyone and it felt really boring, monotonous. I'm not sure which word can describe my attitude, but it felt like they don't worth my time, plus they were not the shortest. However, the last Emma movie, I also still haven't saw it. I was waiting to finish the book before watching it. However, I saw reviews, snippets. I removed, but I had even some art printed from that movie because it was so bright. It was funny, and then I also heard some. About Jane Austen, about her characters, that they feel actually pretty modern and so on. So I decided to give it a try. So I have a bit mixed feeling. It's definitely 4 and a 5, 4 a read for me, and I definitely think I want to read it a little bit later because first of all, I a little bit knew about themes because I watched quite enough of reviews on YouTube, and I knew who is the main love interest. I think everyone knows it nowadays, and what are themes there. But also I felt a little bit underwhelmed because while it described as romance, and I think it's technically romance because most of the plot lines about people wanting to marry people but they're wrong people, or they actually didn't like them back, and they misunderstood some people, something like that. So, however, I feel it's more about just people relationship, people being people, not perfect, and I really relate to the point, maybe not relate, but I really like how character was really sure about what emotions another person expressed, that they liked this person. However, it turns out so not true, and it's sometimes hard to say, for example, people friendly just because it's their normal way, or they're flirting but really slightly, or they're not. Sometimes really hard for me to tell, so it was interesting to see. Or romance between the main couple, I like it wasn't unexpected. We had quite enough like sensual, like intimate moments in us that when like there was relation, like it wasn't like where Jane takes it from. But at the same time, if there wouldn't be relation, it would be okay, because like yes, they're quite close, but that not necessarily means romance. Actually, it was really race vibes for me, because yes, they want to be close, they want like closeness, friendship, and they value each other and so on. However, like I can easily imagine it to be a sexual romance, when or like queer platonic. I know it's like a really probably no one ever thought about it, but it's like topic I was thinking more and more lately, and it just like corresponded. So yeah, like I wouldn't necessarily say that it's like if you're looking for romance for them, like showing signs and signs to figure out each other's feelings, because like there was like moments then like wow, actually like him very much, and then like they in a chapter resolve all their problems. Then the second theme that often like mentions that it's not a romance, it's about like women's friendship. It's also a prominent theme here. However, I also didn't feel like it was the main topic, because like there was this moment in the beginning when we have their meeting, but at the same time maybe it's how people interacted in the times, so maybe it's not as intimate as we are with friends now, but like there was this moment when they just learned about each other. Then there is first like problematic thing, then like her friend, I actually forgot everyone's name, doesn't matter, Emma's new friend who she's trying to introduce to society like disappear for quite a few chapters, and there's like huge chunk of text about them just existing, meeting people, and there are quite a few like secondary plots about other characters, and then she reappeared with a new love interest, which leads to Emma figure out her feelings. So yes, there are women friendship, and yes, it was that moment that led to Emma figuring out that she wasn't doing actually the right thing. But I'm not sure if that she figured out it because like it was power of friendship. I think Emma just got into this situation where like it was second time when she put her friend in such a position, and she finally figured out it wasn't like some power of friendship that fixed everything. It was just those moments that actually are. It's not necessarily should be even close friend. So I'm not even sure it's about like friendship. So like yeah, that was a moment that a little bit confused me. That themes that like really prominent were people talking about this story wasn't the moments that I noticed the most. Actually, there was almost like secondary. And I started annotating this book somewhere in the middle, and I think I was more focusing on this like main couple, or Emma interacting with like one of the other men who had interest to her. So like I was really focused on love story of this book, and like I think it's like mostly what I was underlying, how they like describe maybe each other, something like that. But I want to maybe go back, not right now. I do not feel like it's a book that I want to read right after finishing it. So yeah, I want to read it with more open mind. It's more like a I don't even know. It's like actually I think makes really good series, because there are events, subplots, but there is like main plot. So yeah, so I want to go annotate like second time, not looking for love, but more for some interesting moments, and maybe I like it more second time, because yeah, it wasn't romance that everyone told it is. Actually, maybe people didn't said it romance. Just how I understood. But yeah, also like we are matching. We are matching. Um, yeah. So that was my review. I don't think it was really. Oh, also, like in this book, there are a few moments when like we see some people from perspective of Emma, and I understand that like Emma is not a perfect character. Actually, like Jane Austen tried to wrote it as like characters that people didn't like. Like she obviously failed, but still. So like in some cases, people are not doing anything wrong actually, but like Emma is judging them. And I know that people haven't done anything wrong, but I like judging them with Emma. Like, we don't like you at all. I'm with Emma. Is she a good person? No, but I'm with her on that. So yeah. So I wouldn't say I was disappointed, because to my like the first attitude to Jane Austen, it's like much better, but also it wasn't something that I expected, so I think that expectation a little bit ruined it for me, but maybe without expectation it wasn't as interesting. So yeah, I think like it's one of those books that are a bit more interesting if you try to read in a bigger chunks, because this way more things happen, because actually like almost all the time something happens. It just something usually is not so big. People visit someone, people talk about someone, people mention someone, people doing something like, and like going to a party, drinking tea, going somewhere else, discussing a neighbor or something like that. So like it's also like really, what to say, I don't know, can it be qualified as cottagecore? Because I think it's also great books, not even for the plot or characters. Like plots, you already learned that I'm a bit confused about it. I loved characters, like most of them. Mr. Woods, I can't forget his name. So relatable, father of the Emma. Mr. Woodhouse, absolutely loved. Mr. Knightley, Miss Emma, like yeah. So I really like characters, but I think it's also great books for vibes. It's really a bit summery vibes, but you can also imagine it spring vibes. Like it's really calm vibes, basically in countryside, but like not in your grandma house countryside, but like more elegant. So yeah, I think it's great vibes books. It's quite light-hearted read. I for some reason expected drama. There were like no drama. I know that in some movies adaptation it was a really dramatic moments, but like I didn't feel any drama in this. So yeah, this is my book review of Jane Austen's Emma. I also just look at this broken spine. I love her. Yeah, so I finished it. I'm happy. I was reading it for 3 months. In April, I read a few other books and then like haven't read it all. So I'm currently reading Vodka. Amazing, like only first. There are so many cute moments I will definitely be talking about in one of the next episodes of my life. And here's the weather. I'm trying to read more about environment, social issues, like topics I actually know about and actually really passionate, but at the same time I feel that I'm a bit not as knowledgeable as I think, and it was one of the Lena Norm's recommendation, so I'm not really far away, but I will be going back to that. And again, 2 halls of books, so I have enough books to read, and also bookstore is really not far away from my office. So, however, I also write in my masters. My life is absolutely ruined. Not ruined. It's not correct expression. Struggling. You know, like how people talk and like, yes, I relate. It's like so great expression to express for this moment. And then I'm trying to talk, and it's like I'm the first time on the earth, and what's the language? And it's not even that like English not my first language. The same thing happened in like my native language. So basically, I'm finishing my masters, which is not. I haven't wrote it yet, and I need to submit it soon. And I have a lot of tasks for work, and like I'm stressed, but it was nice talking. And it's just that I cannot promise you update really soon or anything consistent. But I will definitely be continuing filming videos, and I'm already looking for a camera. Will I go broke buying it? Maybe. Again, not broke, bankrupt. Maybe I need some vocabulary lessons. Yeah, I maybe will go bankrupt buying something, but I'm really excited to continue to film videos. It's really fun. For now, it seems that it's a book channel, but it's not really. I plan to talk on more topics. I think I'll try to create Bookstagram, and when I will create, I'll link it everywhere. Also have like my Instagram, but I mostly like repost memes there. So yeah, it was nice talking to you. I understand that like out of almost 20 minutes, 5 I talked not about the book. So if you're still here, thank you for staying. I love you so much. Please leave comments. What do you think about Emma? Is it like masterpiece, as some people say? Is it overrated? Have I missed something? What the book is about? I have like a prejudice on my shelf. Like, should I be afraid to start it? Because I'm a bit intimidated. So yeah, if you have recommendations, you want to chat, you have opinions, please leave comments down below, and subscribe, and see you soon. Bye.